Hey everybody, today we're going to be playing around with some Warrior One leg positioning, and we're going to add a little bit of pulsing, straightening and bending of the knee to create a little bit of a strengthening effect with this movement today. And then we might throw in just a little bit of balance for those that are feeling comfortable with that. But otherwise, all you need is a surface to stand on. Make sure that your feet are not going to slide underneath you. And just in case you do want to give the balancing bit a go, but maybe you're wondering how great your balancing is, have a chair towards the head of your mat, the back of the chair facing you. Okay? So first we're going to start off by just finding our mountain pose, standing nice and tall, connecting with our feet on the ground. Lots of length and space through the spine. Head is long and head is reaching for the ceiling. Arms are just hanging gently by your side. Shoulders are kind of up, back, and down so that we're open across the chest. And the arms just hang as they will. Don't mind my left arm. It's a little goofy from a childhood break. All right. Taking a few breaths. Feeling how your knees stack over your ankles, hips stack over your knees, rib cage should be stacked over your pelvis, shoulders over your rib cage, and head over your shoulders. Imagining your torso like a cylinder. We don't want the ribs way forward relative to the pelvis or way back relative to the pelvis. We want it stacked tall, like there's a tube encircling. So you're going to turn on your mat so that you have length to work with here. Quickly revisiting that mountain pose, noticing how your pelvis and your rib cage and your shoulders are square to the front of your mat, facing straight forward. You're going to shift your weight into the right foot, becoming really light on that left foot, just slowly peeling it off the ground from the heel. Before your toes fully reach the floor, when your foot is at its lightest contact on the floor, rotate the hip outward so the foot will wind up at a 45-degree angle. Make sure that your standing leg is not locked at the knee. Nice little bit of springiness there. We're going to lift that left foot and we're just going to step it back slightly. So I haven't lowered my heel yet. My standing leg is still straight. Ball of the foot, the left foot, is on the floor. My pelvis is still square to the front of the room. Rib cage still square to the front of the room. If you have lost that squareness, try bringing your foot back to front at that 45-degree of turnout, ball of the foot in contact, really light contact. Lift that foot and step it back a little less, keeping that squareness, keeping your pelvis and rib cage and shoulders facing straight forward. Now we're going to start to bend the standing knee as we send our weight back and lower that back heel, okay? So we have a nice, healthy Warrior One position here. A little bit of a lunge type position. Front knee is bent, back leg is straight, full contact on both feet on the floor, but the back leg is turned out at 45 degrees at the hip while the body stays square to the front of the mat. We're going to inhale the arms up as we straighten that front knee. Exhale down to bend the knee. Inhale up, straightening the knee. Exhale down, bending the knee. Continue to follow your own breathing rate. If this is too much for your shoulders, you can keep them in cactus arm position and just lower them into a W shape and up to 90 degrees at the shoulder joint into a cactus arm position. As you bend and unbend that front knee, notice where the lines of tension in that back leg changes. Okay. So one more exhale into a bent front knee. We're going to bring the arms down. This is where you can have your arms out to your side, ready to rest on your thigh gently or reaching fingertips for the back of that chair. We're going to keep a nice bent knee in that front leg. We're going to slightly bend that back knee. I'm lifting my heel a little bit and we're just going to lightly spring forward, coming into sort of a very, very early stages of warrior three position. Okay. The idea is that your torso and that back leg that's behind you is a straight line rather than being like this or like this, where there's that V shape. We're trying to match how much the torso goes forward to how much the back leg sticks out. So you're as straight a line as possible, okay? Start to bend that standing knee, bring the left foot forward to meet it, and stand tall. All right, now we're gonna do this on the other side. So once again, we're just gonna quickly revisit our mountain posture here. Getting ourselves squared away. You're gonna shift the weight to the left foot. Start to peel from the heel that right foot off the floor, its contact point getting smaller and lighter. Spin on the ball of the foot, rotating the hip 45 degrees. Start to finish lifting that foot off the floor and step it back. Just making contact with the toes or the ball of the foot at this point, making sure that everything has remained square to the front of the mat. Both legs are straight. Now we're going to start to bend that front knee as we shift our weight back a bit and lower that back heel to the floor. Again, check in that you haven't lost that really nice facing forward position through the upper body. If you have, step out of this and start over again and just take a shorter step back. Once you're here, you can inhale the arms up to straighten the front knee. Exhale to bend and lower the arms. Inhale the arms up, straighten the knee. Exhale to bend and lower. Continue following your breath. And it doesn't really matter if you're bending the knee and raising the arms, or bending the knee and lowering the arms, or if you're inhaling as you move down or exhaling as you move down. Find what feels comfortable for you. Generally, the idea is that you exhale when you're doing more of an effortful thing. So a lot of people would consider lowering into this lunge-like position the more effortful thing, and they would exhale as they lower, but you might find the opposite, and maybe you choose to switch your breaths. That's totally fine. You just need to find what's comfortable for you and your body. So the next time that knee is bent, we are going to start to send our weight forward, keeping this knee bent at first, starting to peel the back leg foot off the floor a little bit to the ball of the foot. I'm going to bend that back knee a bit to give me some spring as I come forward into a baby warrior three. Now this isn't a true warrior three because unless you choose to rotate that back leg back to a neutral position, we've kind of still got the leg in its 45-degree angle warrior angle. That's fine. We're just kind of visiting the idea of balance as well as transitioning from one position into a balanced position. Okay, you can start to bend that front knee, step the right foot forward to meet it. Little baby chair here, come up through standing. Finding that mountain position again, coming back to your breath, creating that length from the ground up through the top of your head. You can keep your eyes open to help you feel steady, or if you want to challenge your balance a little bit, you can close your eyes. All right, and that concludes today's short practice. I'll see you next week.